What are spirit guides? From the mediums I've spoken to, they tend to describe them as teachers, almost like they're part of the family or even a friendly teacher really assigned to them to perform a certain role to educate them and help them through their journey. I've heard different theories as to what spirit guides are. Like I say, there could be people that have maybe passed over and has been assigned to a certain role, a certain person. They could be entities beyond our understanding. They can also be parts of ourselves, because there are some theories around the idea that the soul isn't singular, a singular energy, that parts of our consciousness can be kind of spread at different levels. So could it be ourselves speaking to ourselves, operating at a higher level, as in a higher awareness of the world, feeding information back to here? I'm not exactly sure what spirit guides are exactly just yet. I'm have a few theories around that. So I do subscribe to the idea of them being a higher version of ourselves. Mine in particular, I'm beginning to understand and maybe not question so much as I used to, because I used to think the idea of it was a bit silly, really. But yeah, sometimes a certain voice would just appear in my head at just the right time, and at that exact time I'll know exactly the right words to say. Sometimes I'll be nudged in a certain direction if I'm lost in a particular situation in life. I'll just have just the right idea, sends me in the right direction. And it also helps me speaking to other people if I know a certain person's in pain, but I can't seem to figure out what the issue is. A few nudges in the right direction, as in little nuggets of knowledge, tend to be sort of thrown to me that I may be able to help them in some way or form. Either way, I'm just a radio in some regards, passing on a message delivered via a frequency. So really, yeah, my spirit guide has pretty much saved my life at certain times in my life where, for an example, many years ago, I was leaving a train station late at night, and a person was approaching me in the dark, and they seemed relatively normal, nothing too suspicious, but I just had the word knife in my head, knife, knife, knife. And I thought, well, maybe I'm just, assuming the worst, maybe. And I began to make my way over, and this seemingly, relatively friendly person smiled, and as they approached me, I could see a tiny sharp object coming out from their bag. And because I already knew what was coming, or maybe was being told what was coming, I immediately was able to respond, push them away, and run past them. Where did that information come from? Was it just pure luck? And that's the thing, like, that's what a guide is. It's just an additional level of information being fed to you. And yeah, I mean, I'm not sure. I don't know, was that me? Was that my guide? Who knows? But yeah, I'd love to have a conversation about this in the future on our podcast. And it's just a fascinating subject. Do you guys have a guide?